Piggyback. Body of Christ Real Talk. Joseph Brownlee, your host of Body of Christ Real Talk. I ran out of time on the last podcast, and you heard me just floating. I ran out of time, but I want to get right back into this because I'm trying to stop with long introductions, what I hear on YouTube, including myself. I'm trying to cut back from that. But what I was saying, I want to be real. Whatever endeavor that I pursue, which is freelancing and being independent, financially free, spiritually free, in the things of God. I don't want to be like when I'm doing this study and training, which I have done, a few certificates in when it comes to personal development and life coaching and stuff like that. I do have a goal of doing life coaching because I almost do that now. And what I do, and it becomes natural and everything like that, and it has nothing to do with a lot of money. But I will make a business out of it, no doubt. But my point is this: when you pursuing any type of endeavor, make sure it's something that you want to do and what nobody else saying you need to do, or what you should do because you speak well, because you look the part. Because you look the part to speak well, don't mean that part is for you. Okay. The title of my last podcast is Finding Out Who You Are, or something like that. What's the real you? Not what society say you are. That's because that could be spiritual and, worldly as well. See, you have to find out what's the real you, because the majority of us don't know who the real self is. And I know myself more than anything now since I have been saved. I know my faults, I know my weaknesses, and I know my strengths. And I heard another person say this: don't dwell on your weakness so much. It's okay to show some of your scars, but don't dwell on your weakness. Buff it and sharpen your strengths. And don't babysit your weaknesses. And I have done that, Now I just mostly try to strengthen my strengths. And it's okay to admit, and it's okay to confess that you have some strengths and your gifts, and you do, because they're God-gifted. See? A gift to me is different than a talent. You can learn a talent, but a gift has already been within us. We just learn how to sharpen it and buffet it up some. See, but that's the way I look at it. People might differ. You notice I always say that, and people might say, "That's why you always say that." This is where they might think that I'm sending out of arrogance. No, because I know everybody don't agree. And I want people to know this is not a scientific fact. I'll let you know if it is. I'm just letting you know this is my opinion, or this is observational, or this is the way I do it. That's why I say this over and over about that's what I think, or that's what I believe. And people might take that the wrong way when I say that. No, that's just what I believe and what I think. I'm not saying you're wrong. And if you get an attitude about it, that means you just upset because I don't agree with you on that. That's all to it. And I didn't say that for that. That's just what I believe and what I stand on. Okay? So I don't need to go no further with that. I don't need to debate you on that because I'm not trying to prove that you're wrong, even though you might be. But I'm just letting you know. And if I'm wrong on something, show me and correct me, but we don't have to keep going there. We just see things different ways. But my point is, learn. That's how I learn myself. I learn my limits. I learn what people I can be around and what people I can't be around. I know my limits. See, and that helps me. It relieves a lot of stress. And when you know yourself and you're honest with yourself, I can't do this. That ain't what I do. You're honest with yourself when somebody's talking to you and you don't understand what you're saying. Be honest, like, well, I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you mean. That helps you grow. Because we can talk to somebody and already assume they know what we're talking about. And sometimes we use words when you got to use those words. Just be playing with a person. We're just trying to sound so intelligent. Sometimes a lot of us do that, even myself. So admitting these things like I'm doing helps me grow. I only have a 9.5 grade as education. I only went through 9 years of schooling, and many people would not even believe that. Why? Because they think about the old traditional education. I don't need a high school diploma, especially now. I ain't gonna even get into the degrees. I know I don't need that. which is good, too. But I don't need a high school diploma. I don't need to. I used to always say I need my high school diploma. Why? Because I was looking at getting a job, a better job and a career there. But I'm not. I'm not pursuing a better job or career, so I don't need a high school diploma. See, I don't. See, you understand what I'm saying? I'm saying I don't. I'm 60 years old. I don't need to pursue that. There's too many resources that's more advanced than a high school diploma. There's too many remotely independent things that you can do without a high school diploma. Most of the certificates and let me say diplomas or degrees, most of the kids and the teens and the college people don't use anyway. They do not use it for society today. See, they don't teach people to start a business or invest. That's what I'm doing now. And those things, I don't need a high school diploma or no degree for that. But that's where I flow now. Okay, that's the way I flow now. When I talk about once upon a time, they used to maybe man, yeah, Joe, go get your high school diploma and everything like that. Just yeah, you right, blah, 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 stuff like that. It don't bother me. I said, man, I don't need a high school diploma. I know a lot of things already without a high school diploma cannot do. Getting a high school diploma doesn't teach you how to start a business or how to invest or how to even help someone else. See, it's limited. It's limited. Okay, another thing. I don't need a perfect credit no more like I used to think. I don't have good credit. My credit is about 5 something. But I know here in America, I don't need good credit to pursue wealth or pursue uh, independent financial to be financially successful. I don't need good credit for that because there's so many creative ways to bring in wealth and to better yourself without, a credit is used when you want to buy things that you don't have the money for. Now, also, you got a lot of millionaires that use credit, stuff like that. Yeah, but they use it for different. They're millionaires and millionaires. But I'm talking about the average person in America use credit card because they don't have enough money, so they use a credit card. They try to build up their credit, and I'm not knocking that, but this is another change in my mind. I don't work on my credit no more now. I need to pay some debts, no doubt, but I'm not doing it to build my credit. Does credit help today? Sure it does, but I don't. My mind is not focused on having an 800 or 700 score. Now, I don't need that now. It's good to have, but it's not a need. It's just like eating carbohydrates. Carbohydrates is good, but it's not a need. You see what I'm saying? So I don't focus on that no more. That's part of transformation. You're not putting things down. You're just moving another way, especially when you get older. See, you understand what I'm saying? Because if you're going to depend on your credit all the time, when it start crashing and it becomes the one credit system, which it will, you're not going to be able to do a lot of things because you're dependent on your credit. While me, I'm going to be more free because I'm not dependent on no credit score. If I buy something, I'm going to buy. My goal is to buy it with cash. If I'm going to pay for something, if I can't really afford it at the time, I'm going to pay for it annually, yearly. You see the thought pattern, the difference? So I'm not going to depend on the credit. I'm not saying I never use credit, stuff like that. I never done too well with credit cards. I'm just being honest. I never done too well financially. That's why I'm trying to learn now other ways. Because I never done good financially when it comes to credit cards and stuff like that. I really messed up on them, even small credit cards. And it made me stressful. So now I just said, well, for now, I just have to be patient and just buy stuff. And what helps me is to understand now, the most of the stuff I got a credit card for is kind of a waste because I didn't need those things anyway. I just thought I did. I just followed society and different things or a tradition. So now, if I got a credit card, it's going to be a credit card that I know that I can afford. Okay? And it's going to be a credit card that, this might sound funny, that's something I can just put my own money in. I ain't got to worry about to have a good credit to get a unsecured credit card. I don't mind a secured credit card that helps build up your credit. It's ridiculous high interest, no doubt. You're going to pay that. But I feel more better and safer just putting my own up in there, study depending on they already giving me some free credit. You understand what I'm saying? That's my mentality now because I know I'm not good on credit, so I'd rather just do an unsecured credit card and just put my little money up in there and spend what I want to spend and spend what I can and spend what I know what I can afford for now. I don't need an unsecured credit card because I failed on that. Because it ain't my money, it's theirs, and then I got to pay them back. But if I got my own security up in there, I know I'm going to be going against my own security. You understand what I'm saying? See, that's where I think now. That's where I'm going now. So I don't need a lot of things now. It's not a lot of wants that I need. I don't look a lot for a lot of big cars. I like to have me a nice, decent house. That's the biggest asset, not liability, that I would like to have, is a house, no doubt. It's not a car, it's a house. That's the biggest asset that I like to have. Things that I want to do, I want to travel more. And I don't mean only in America, but I mean, abroad, internationally. See, those some wants that I have. Not a need, but it is some wants. But a lot of other things, clothes and jets and planes and, going, just splurging. No, that's far from me. I don't need that. So therefore, I don't need to eat a certain way. So I am frugal. So I know the things that I thought I needed because everybody else said that's what you need or even wanted. I'm finding out now I can go a long way because I don't want or need all that stuff. And my fiance don't either, which is a beautiful thing. We on one accord with that. All right? Just think about that. I got to go, even now, when it comes to, let me flip the script now. When it comes to health, my dad is in the hospital. He suffers from dementia. He's been in there for a few weeks now, off and on. And the hospital's not too far from me. And now, what I'm going to do to get my exercise in, because I can't really separate it. I like to use the time wisely now. So this is what I would do. Give you an example. I'm going to walk to the hospital and walk back. So therefore, I can go see my dad and do my exercise at the same time. You see what I'm saying now? And the reason I could do this is because I set my mind to do it. And it's nice weather out there, too. It looked like it might rain. But that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to I'm setting my mind, get my mind prepared for this walk. And it's not a long walk because I can walk further than that, especially when my weight is down now. I'm lighter now. I'm more agile now. So that walking is nothing. As far as that and everything. Only thing I'd be concerned about is the dogs and loose dogs out there. You got to watch your areas because those dogs, people let their dogs loose and everything, especially those pit bulls. I don't want to have to deal with no pit bull because once they lock on you, baby, they locked on you. But anyway, that's the only thing I'll be more concerned about when I walk is the dogs and stuff that's out there. But as far as that, I don't run into many and I just go ahead and walk. I was walking home yesterday and this dog was inside the gate coming at me. Now, you got to understand, most dogs is not going to do nothing if they're outside their gate. Most dogs. But in their gate, they get brave and cocky in, like they really want you. But if you open the gate, most of them not going to run out. Most are not. But I don't want to find out. So I just kept walking and everything like that. So I know I'm everywhere, but where I'm going with this is part of transformation. Can we transform our bodies in the way we think? Yes, we can. Be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. So this is a biblical principle. Now, everything is not from the Bible, but it is a biblical principle that God allows. Real talk. Joseph Brownlee. I'm going to end today with that today. I hope you got something out of these uplifting, hopefully, talking points that I done on this podcast. I love you all. God bless you. I'm going to walk up here and see my dad now, Lord's willing. God bless you all. Peace. He's doing fine. He's doing fine. Nothing too much has changed, but he's doing fine, as long as it's not getting worse. God bless you. Peace out. Love you all. And remember, you don't have to be forgiven first to be saved. You already have been forgiven. Now you can be saved. 1 Corinthians 15:3-4 is the way to be saved. God bless you. Peace out. Love you.